We just had fantastic reports on inflation, way down. Costs of products, way down. We inherited a mess, total mess, and now it's really coming along. We have the greatest numbers that we've ever had. We're hitting all-time high stock numbers. We have $18 trillion being invested right now in our country from other companies and countries all over the world. The most any country's ever had is $3 trillion.
That was President Trump on this news today that U.S. inflation for January dropped to 2.4%, trending down from 2.7% in December. That's the lowest number since 2021, since before Joe Biden's inflation crisis began in 2022. Wages pacing inflation under Trump. This is after wages are actually going up. It's outpacing inflation. This is after the media and Democrats warned President Trump that his tariffs would send inflation higher. We should point out the New York Fed says 90% of those costs were borne by businesses and consumers, but CNN ran out this headline in 2024. 16 Nobel economists warned Trump's going to make inflation worse. It didn't happen. It's not happening. Let's bring in from Ways and Means, GOP Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. It's great to see you again, Congresswoman. What do you make of all this? Because House Democrats are trying to knock down Trump's tariffs on Canada.
Look, that chart that you showed of where inflation is incredible. It's down and then this huge spike during the Biden administration and then back down under Trump. Even in such a short period of time, it's only been a year and since Trump's been president, and you've seen an amazing number come down. It's because we're investing in energy and all of the above strategy. We're making America energy dominant. And it's interesting because you want to see where I think it would be interesting to show a state-by-state inflationary number, because that number would show you where the inflation is persisting, at least not going down as much, that is ruining the average. And that would be states like New York, California, Illinois, and states that refuse to have common sense energy policy. The energy policy in New York is driving up costs to such an extent that even though prices are coming down, the cost to get goods and services to the marketplace is what's keeping that persistent higher rate. Even though it's lower, it's higher than it should be. And I think that's interesting. The tariffs on Canada, President Trump is working on negotiating that with the Canadians, and they're a very important trading partner. Obviously, with my district, I have from the St. Lawrence Seaway all the way to the Niagara River along Lake Ontario, the Canadian border. It's very important for us. We're hoping that Trump's going to come up with a good deal with Prime Minister Carney and work especially with the provinces that have been a little bit iffy about trading with us. But that's going to be a really important component of the next phase of what the economy looks like coming into this year.
Yeah, it's a great point you made. And also, gas prices are driving energy prices. Gas prices down 7.5%. Oil is dropping, Brent crude dropping, trading near 66 a barrel. U.S. WTI down toward the $60 mark. The Pentagon is sending the world's largest, most advanced aircraft carrier, the Gerald Ford Carrier Strike Group, to the Mideast, joining the Abraham Lincoln Carrier Group. This is over Iran's nuclear program, but we're not seeing oil react. What do you think is going to happen with Iran here? And we know that Iran has threatened to shut the Strait of Hormuz. That could send oil higher, but that would also harm Iran's ally, China.
Yeah, this is a very tough situation. One quick thing about New York, you're pointing out oil and gas prices coming down. New York State has a cap on the amount of oil and gas and fossil fuels we can use in our energy grid, which is why the electrification rates are so high, because we can't use them. Iran is a huge problem. President Trump is negotiating. There is a red line that he has put in the sand. That red line, of course, needs to be enforced, and the Iranians need to know that. He has to be very clear in messaging to them.
Congresswoman Tenney, thanks for joining us. It's great to see you.
Thank you.